Morning everyone. 8:46. Heavy fog overnight, lingered, saturated everything. That's where all the moisture in the ground's coming from. Look how we coming in. Lie down, Rogue. Lie down. Lie down. You're silly. So I've got the chamois out. I'm going to start drying the tent off. It's absolutely saturated. Got a lot of condensation inside. It's the moisture in the air. There was a guy pitched over there, so I did have company, so I was chatting to him this morning. Got up, say 7:30, been bagging out, having breakfast, and got to do a job drying this off. So I'm going to go around with the chamois and get as much water I can off, because it weighs a lot of it, all that moisture on. But luckily we've got a lot of weight out of the pack. Some can be transferred to Rebels, because I was using Rebels pack last couple of days food, so that's lightened his pack, so I can put in like dog jackets and all that, so that helped me out. So it's going to be back to the Bothy. I was trying to think of things to do today, but now I've seen this, it's saturated. Rogue, oh, it needs to be aired out in the sun, it'll be fine, it'll dry out. So that's my task now, dry this off. A decent night's sleep. Rogue, lie down. Stella, up there, lie down. Let's see how Stella is. She's a bit stiff. Oh, not too bad. Once she gets moving, she'll be fine. She overdone it yesterday, I think. Midges are out, but they're a bit docile because of the weather conditions. They seem to come alive when the sun's out. At the moment, they're out, but they're not biting as such. Irritating, but not biting. So yeah, that's my task. Wish me luck. That's a lot better. Had one casualty last night. That's not the tent's fault, by the way. I came out there and there's a slope here. Don't know if you can pick it out. And I had my Bothy slippers on. And I went, shoo, spun backwards and put my hand, and this was pegged up. And I'm guessing I ripped it. But a couple of little stitches in there, kink it over like that. A couple of little stitches and some seam grit. Be fine. That was me. My dainty 180 pounds nearly broke it. But yeah, chamois coming handy. It took a lot of water off. There's still a lot inside, but I can't do much about it. I'll get it to a Bothy and I'll air it out, and hopefully the sun will come up and it will dry it out. We'll take the worst off it anyway. Monsters. Right, Stella, go back up there. The midges are low level, so they're probably bothering the dogs. When I was doing my boots up and I was bending down, they were more low down. Right, let's start getting the tent down and finishing the bagging up. And by then the sun should be breaking through and midges will be coming out in force. Lie down. Those sounds that. Now you can see, lie down, plats. Now you can see the slope I slipped on. If you get it. That's where the entrance tents are. Went shoom, with my Bothy slippers last night about 1 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, bagged up, cleaned up. No trace except lots of mud and mushiness. That was nothing to do with us, the fire pit. That was here a long time before us. No rubbish. Everything tidy, job done. And it is 9:47, so we're early. Normally it's 10:30 we set off. Don't know why it's always 10:30. Sun's trying to come through. Midgets have stayed off us. They've been around and they have niggled every now and then, but nothing big, no problems. I've got to fight the ked flies when I go through there. I'm not looking forward to that. Oh, sod. Right. Back to the Bothy, try some kit off, have a lazy day, see how Stella is, and I don't know, I ain't planned anything now. I'm just glad the guy was found and it ended good. So, as I say, we can be lazy. Right, got to set off. Kids are trying to get me. Since that sun comes out, they can't come out. Misty up here. I don't know what they're doing here. Logging some of the trees right near the edge. Probably the locals, isn't it? I mean, they logged that many years about that side. Maybe they are starting on this, I don't know. Seems a weird place to start. You think they'd start on an edge, wouldn't you? I've got kids on me. Yeah. It could be storm damage, couldn't it? Oh, I don't know. Them trees look cut clean, don't they? Yeah, no, they're cut. Weird. Soon this will all be gone, I bet. That's been wasted, I say, for years. Shame. Somewhere down there's a valley with a river. Ain't seen no deer. Ain't heard no boar. Here you, don't go down there. Stella, how are you feeling? You ready for some mountaineering today? Take you over some peaks? Yeah, I bet you would. Been brilliant. Dogs have been brilliant this last few days. I only shouted at them about 20 times. No, they've been great. Best hiking buddies, best searching buddies, best everything, to be honest. I'm not anti-human, but you know, it's very rare you hear a dog moan. If it is, they must be very ill. I mean, you saw Stella, I mean, she's probably off her legs yesterday, but still wanted to join in. And that swampy area we searched yesterday is where most people complain about and get stuck in and just curse all the time. And there we are, we're walking in it. Idiots, aren't we? But I tell you what, I'm 64. I say relatively fit. Some days I do ache some places. But if it weren't for doing this, I know I'd feel a lot worse. I'd be more ill. I'd probably feel more my age. I would say, if I was being honest with you and not being no ego kicking in, I'm 64. I feel about 50. I feel good 10, 12 years younger than I should feel, probably. I used to have arthritis so bad. I'm sorry, I'm going to be going on here, but we ain't got much to do today. I used to have arthritis so bad I couldn't even walk 200-300 yards up my local road. I used to have a walking stick, and of course then you put weight on because you can't walk. So I fought against the weight. It took a good year. Got the weight back down, started walking, and I went through immense pain. That was with painkillers. I just watching that. What are you doing? I just went through the pain, and it's like having toothache in your knees, especially my right knee. At night I used to twist my knee in bed because it was hurting that much, but eventually it's eased off. I threw away the painkillers, didn't need them, kept doing the hiking, and this is going back some 20 years now, and never looked back. But crazy how life can change. So never give up, people. I've been there, I've been in that situation. When I got injured in the military, again, I'm not going to go into details. I was so badly injured, they said I wouldn't survive. I survived. 7 days later, I was hiking, jogging with backpack, and they looked at me as I was crazy. They said, there's something seriously wrong with you. They honestly thought I should be grateful that I was alive, let alone try and push my body. And I saw someone many years later that was a doctor that worked on me, and he said to me, I can't believe you're still alive, let alone doing what you're doing. I suppose I'm just stubborn and a fool at times, and trust me, I did sometimes put my body through a lot of pain. Right. You don't want the history of my life, do you? Not while I got kids fighting me. They're coming out now, the sun's come out, warming them up. a lot. Hopefully one room's free in the Bothy. It'll be, it's Thursday today, now I've lost days. I'm guessing the weekend it'll be busy, so we'll probably bail on Saturday. If we can have 2 lazy days, it'll be brilliant. It seems stupid to start driving around Scotland looking for other places to go, or going back to Loch Morar and pushing it with Stella. By the time we start pushing out, we'd have to turn around. So I think we've earned a rest, don't you? Don't forget, subscribe. If you ain't subscribed, why not? It's not for me. I keep reiterating, not one penny will go to me if I can get this channel monetized. The money funds will all go to Mountain Rescue, whichever local one I'm near when I'm searching. And I'll be transparent and show that. So please, get your cat, your budgie, goldfish. Rebel, get out of there. It stinks, I bet, get out. You've had plenty of water. Yeah, tell your neighbour, subscribe. You don't have to like the channel. You can go, this bloke is absolutely stupid. You know what I mean? But please subscribe. That way something positive is coming out of all the negativity, you know. I don't mean it with the people, I don't mean with me, I don't mean with the dogs. I mean the negativity in the sense people getting lost, some sadly passing away by the loss, you know, and the stress the families go through. I can only imagine what Paul's family were going through, you know. It's terrible. That's why I wanted to help. So I don't even know Paul will watch these videos or his family, but all I'd say is I'm glad you're safe, and to the family I'm glad I could help in some way. I didn't actually find him, but as I say, doesn't matter who finds him. What matters is that people are out searching, and if I can do it, I'll help. So I'll end on that good note and try and get to the buffet. How crazy is that? We've just come out the fog where we've been in all night. And look, clear as a bell, water, just a little puff up there. Rogue, leave the grass. I don't want to see eating grass. Makes you sick. And then I have to kill you. I hate this cobble stuff. Oh dear. Stunning though, isn't it? I don't know what time it is. Got big getting on quarter past, 10:30. Time for lunch. Get Kit out in the sun. Not my kit, the kit. Before anyone goes say. And just be lazy. I might get the drone out and try not to crash it today. I want to learn some tricks. There's some tricks you can learn with it. That's what I was doing. I was getting a bit cocky the other day. And as I say, by the way, I checked the drone footage. It wasn't bad reception or anything like that. It was my fault. I took it up. I didn't realise how close I was. I was trying to practice getting closer. I got too close. So what I did, I turned around facing the mountains, and I must have reversed it instead of went forward, and I banked it. It just landed. didn't even crash or anything. I was that close to the bank. So obviously I couldn't restart on a takeoff. But it's a learning lesson. You've got to learn. Make mistakes to learn. It could have been worse. I could have fell off the mountain going to get it. That would have been the story of the day, wouldn't it? Man helps and rescue, loses drone, up mountain, falls off mountain, rescue team after rescuing. Yeah, that would have been crazy. Whew. We got here about 10:30. Getting everything out. I've got to unroll the tent a bit when all this is out of the way. Bits hanging up. Solar panel was charging my phone. Got a coffee on, had some chocolate, get the old sugars going. Lovely. I just checked the temperatures, 16 degrees. It's going to be a warm one, I think. Perfect. I'll get Stella dunked down there a couple of times. She'll be happy. My gear will all be dry. Their gear will be dry. I've got a thread on my... Oh dear. Oh no. I look a shambles. Beautiful. What a place to rest, eh? Just enjoy life. I've been here many times, I said, so... Rebel, leave it. I don't know what you're digging around at. Rebel. Probably some deer or something has been up here. Lie down. Got to watch her. She'll start to eat grass a minute ago. Lie down. Don't do anything silly. You'll be sick later. Whew. Lovely. Not too hot. Nice breeze coming from my left over here. Just right. And do Stella the world of good, won't it, Stella? People have been asking about this Kestrel monitor, weather monitor. It's a Kestrel 5000. It's brilliant. I've had it a few years. It used to be expensive. I don't know what they are like now. But that's picking up the wind. So you close it, it's not picking up wind. I should die down, which it's doing now. It takes time to get it settled as it's going down. But anyway, let's flip that so you get an accurate reading. Face it into the wind, obviously, otherwise you're not getting an accurate reading. So it's dropping. See, if I face it to the sun, you're just going to get a heat temperature. But you want accurate. So it'll give you like, this is in Celsius, it'll give you the actual temperature, then it's wind speed, and then it'll give you what it feels like at the bottom. Hardly any breeze, so it's hardly any difference. But it goes through a lot. I mean, I've never used it fully. I don't know how to do it now. No. See, I don't know how to do it. Oh, here we go. Don't know how all these things work, you know. See, you can get so much data on chill, humidity, heat index, dew point, wet bulb, pressure, and these things are accurate. The reason I got it is Mountain Rescue do use them. It's got a barometer, it tells you your altitude. So I always use that one. I'm just lazy. But the reason I got it is, you know, when you get up, it's morning time. I can hear another helicopter. Hope there's no more problems. You know, you get out in the mornings or whatever in the winter and you go, oh, it's a vehicle in the background there. There you can see it. I thought it was a helicopter. But going back to my point, you get out in the mornings in winter and you go, it's freezing, you know, because you've been in a nice hot sleeping bag. And you get an accurate reading because your body's telling you one thing, but you know, it's probably only about -4, -5, so it's not too bad, you know what I mean? But other times you might be on a mountain ledge or hiking in the valleys and the weather's dropping, you know the pressure's dropping, you can see things coming in, you can keep an eye on the pressure, you can also keep an eye on wind temperatures and wind speeds. I mean, again, when you're up at higher up, you want to know an accurate reading because you will think it's like 50 or 60 and it's probably only 40, you know, because we always tend to over exaggerate. I think it's just a common thing that humans do. We don't mean to do it, it's just the way we are. But this gives you an accurate reading. So if you get a reading, say, of 60, 65, and then at night your tent is even shaking more, you know them wind speeds are getting stronger. So it's just a good way of showing people as well on the videos. And as I say, it's great for the dogs because I know what, like someone like Stella that's old, I know if the temperature's getting too low. Because when we were in Loch Morar in the winter, I was taking accurate readings and they were -8, -7, -8, and that was like 3 o'clock. And as you know, 4, 5, the temperature even dip a little bit more. So it's the same when I'm in hot tents and I've got the stove going. I just like to keep an eye how hot it's getting inside, you know, because you want it sensible, not stupid. But yeah, so Kestrel 5000, They used to be. And you can, you have an app on your phone that you can transfer all the data. The good thing is, even though I switch this off, it's recording temperatures, even though I've got this wind thing closed. But when it's in your pack, it's always recording. So like when I'm hiking, sometimes I leave it at the top of my pack, in one of the top pockets, so it's more or less feeling the accurate temperature. I know it's inside a pocket, but it's only a fabric pocket. And then you can look back sometimes when you're bored and see how the temperature dropped inside the pack, you know what I mean, when it was sitting on the top pocket. So you're getting, if it says like -4 at 3 o'clock, it's probably -5, -6 outside, because it was being insulated by the pocket a little bit. But it's just, as I say, Mountain Rescue use it. A lot of SAR teams use them. They're good pieces of kit. So far, I haven't broke it, which is incredible. It takes a battery. I think it's a AA. It's not a AAA. It's one of them thicker ones, about the size of your finger. As long as you make sure you've always got a decent battery in it before you set off on your trips, then you're never going to have a problem. Can't be recharged or anything like that, sadly. Shame, because that would be brilliant. But as I say, it used to be expensive, but I'm guessing this is probably a few years old. This is like 4 or 5 years old, so I'm guessing there's newer models, and maybe the newer models have some other kind of gadget. But as I say, you do have a light. One of these is a light. Oh, it's right there. So at night you can press the button and you've got a light, so you can see your readings. You're not struggling with a torch or something. Really good piece of kit. It started off as a gimmick, but it ended up becoming something I needed, because I was using it so much. Just like sitting out here some days, when I'm chatting to you on the videos, and I just, you say to someone, it was 29 degrees, and they go, yeah, sure it was. It's 18 where we are. How can it be 29 where you are? Well, if you've got sat there with the reading into the wind and it's recording 29, you can show them on the video and they go, wow. It's not to prove anything. It's just, it's just nice to have an accurate reading rather than me go, oh, I think it was 24, I think it was 25. You don't know nothing that way, do you? You know what I mean? We're all different. Right, I'm going to finish my coffee. But yeah, Kestrel 5000. As I say, you can link it to an app. I think you can even link it to the site online. I haven't done it myself. But it's got everything. It records everything from barometer, altitude, dew, you saw that, feels like, wind speeds, you name it. It does everything it needs to do. It's a great bit of kit. Slowly increasing. Hot. Wow, over there it really increases. I'd say 24 degrees touching. Tent's drying off. Dogs are getting cooked. I keep putting them inside. They keep coming out. Not a soul about. Gonna be gorgeous that afternoon. Ten to 5. What have I been doing? Apart from messing about with the drone, which is a good idea. This is a great place to play with the drone. Further update on me losing the drone. For some reason, the settings have gone offset, because when I took it out, I took it up here, I couldn't turn left or right. And I was like, what? What's going on? So I scrolled down in the settings and kind of, I think it comes under controls or something, and it was in a different mode. I don't know why. I've not done that. So I don't know if I had a glitch or something. So you can set your own modes on it, you know, controls left to right, up and down. So I set it to another setting to see how that was, and it worked perfectly. So I was doing active tracking, just messing about, just seeing if it works and what height and all this kind of thing. So I was going down and going around here and trying not to crash in the tree, which I probably would have because it's clever enough. But anyway, it's all working. I'm scrolling up and down with the camera, that's brilliant, so that's working. So yeah, I'm using this spare time. I mean, I can't do this at home, you see, so I've got to do this here. And this is a perfect place to do it. Now, there was a bloke in a stalker's truck. He went up there and up in the mountain, so I was just keeping it low down once he'd gone. So I did that. Then I thought, it's nice to have a fire. It's not cold or anything like that. So I tried sawing, someone had stuck that in the fire, I don't know why. So I tried sawing this piece. Jesus. Look. I don't know if you can see, I got a blister. I don't get blisters. I didn't come here to get blisters. So I just took an hour to saw that because the saw has been used that much. Meanwhile, these two are chasing each other around. Stella's been indoors all day, so I'm guessing she's in a bit of pain from yesterday. So what I'm going to do is give her half a paracetamol tonight. And I don't give her that normally, but when I know she's got a bit of pain, I'll give her that. That way she's not being heavy sedated, but it's also easing some of the pain. That was not my doing yesterday, so I tried twice to get her to stay in, but she wanted to join us and she was jumping in rivers. Again, if I took her down there and got her jumping in rivers, she'll come alive again, but obviously I don't want her getting cold and wet. So this is what you got to do with Stella. When she's like this, you've got to rest her. You know what I mean? Now, you see, if we were up in the tent searching today, she would have rested herself and I wouldn't have had to worry about her. But yesterday, she was obviously in active mode and she's paid for it. She'll learn. She'll start getting a knack what she can and can't do. We've only done like two and a half, not even 2.5, well, yeah, 2.5 miles. So it's not something I've done to her, and it's been all on easy track, except for the very beginning, 3 minutes, 4 minutes of marsh. So she's not done anything strenuous today. It was all what she did yesterday. So that's no problem. We'll be again tomorrow. She can rest. She's had 2 days of rest, then she'll be good as gold. Trust me, tomorrow she'll probably be in that river and I'll be screaming at her to get out. This is all you got to do. So I've cut some wood. I'm not wanting a great massive bonfire, but it's so nice to have a little fire crackling away at night. Just taking that, you know, because the fog will come down again. But we've had stalkers going up and down, so I didn't want to disturb them with the drone or anything, so I waited till they were out of the way, and one went that way as well. I'm expecting I think the people doing the fishing have gone back to the loch and done it today because the Land Rover's up there, so I'm keeping an eye on my dogs for when they turn up because they've got a dog, I believe. It's been a glorious afternoon. It's been like this all afternoon. Breeze has picked up just like last night, and then that'll die, but we won't have ridge problems tonight because we'll be in the Bothy. As I say, I've got no active searching to do, and it's a good choice. I'm bringing her down here and resting today because I knew she'd probably overdone it yesterday just by what she was doing. So if I tried to take a lock dock out, I would have made things really bad for her. So it was a good call. Every call I've made this last few days has worked. I mean, I went up there and didn't go too far and did the search, and then Paul was found, thank God. Then I came here in the first place and bumped into the police search team. That came in helpful because you meet the people and you might bump into them again in the future. So that was a good call. I had the Bothy to myself that night, which was nice. And then, as I say, now that the search is over, I'm resting Stella. So that's cool. That's worked. So we're all having, these two are having great fun running around chasing everything. Chasing each other most of the time, and I'm having a nice chilled out time trying to cut wood and trying to fly a drone, but it's been good. And yeah, it's better than racing off back home. I live in a city and it's all concrete, noise, sirens, gangs, you know, all the idiots, you know what I mean, and all the typical city problems. And it's just nice to have peace and quiet and get away from it all. So if I'm not searching, then I'll take the opportunity if I know there's a bothy nearby and there's no one. I mean, if someone turns up, fair enough. I mean, there's 2 rooms and there's an attic, so I'll just keep the dogs out of the way and make sure they don't bother anyone. This is what they've been like all day. Oh dear. So they're having fun and they're happy. Right, I've got to do some dinner. I'll probably close the door so that if them people come up, we don't get caught out by them. In you. Fire started first time. It is 1930. As I said, I didn't want a fire. I just wanted a bit of coziness at night. It'll go out in a bit. Put a few of them twigs on. It won't last long. It holds the heat though, this room. Them two are cleaning each other. I've just fed them. Stella's resting. I've given her a paracetamol, so that should help her as well. The rest today should do it good. Being a nice day, doing nothing. Messing about, eating, resting, enjoying the views. Oh dear, are you alright? Have a drink. That's it. She's a bit stiff. You overdone it yesterday, jumping in the water, Stella, you're stupid. Go and lie down, rest. I knew you would. But you saw she having so much fun, but I knew she would pay for it. I suppose swimming, because she's got no weight on her joints, is good for her, but the cold water is probably not good for her. Them 2 idiots. Oh, bedtime soon. I'm just going to rest, relax. That I'll drop off straight away because I ain't done anything today. But it'd be nice just to relax. I shall see you in the morning, unless something happens.